Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shall I start, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, Hare Krishna, Buddhist Mataji. Welcome all of you. Thank you for joining this Bhagavad Gita session and keeping the appointment. Jagannath Baldev Sudaramai ki jai. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Panchatattva ki jai. Shri Goswami ki jai. Guru Parampara ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev. Om Ajnanatimarandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadavaitadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna Bhagavad today we'll be discussing verse number 18th chapter 34th verse. Let us start. Yaya tu dharma kamartha Vrityadharayate Arjuna Prasangena Falakankshi Triti Sa Partha Rajasi. Translation by Divine Kishore Prabhupada. But that determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the nature of passion, O Arjuna. So this in this chapter, 18th chapter, which is the perfection of renunciation, right? The whole chapter. It's basically summary of the whole of Bhagavad Gita. In section from 19 to 40th verse, the various modes is described how it controls all the activities. Whereas this current verse, that is 34th verse, is determination and passion. That is one who holds fast to fruitive results like in religion, economic development, and sense gratification. See in Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 33rd chapter, 3rd verse, it very nicely explains about the quality of determination. It says, my dear Lord, although personally you have nothing to do, you have distributed in energies in the interactions of the material modes of nature. And for that reason, the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation take place. My dear Lord, you are self-determined, and you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead for all living entities. For them, you created this material manifestation. And although you are one, your diverse energies can act multifariously. This is inconceivable to us. So this verse is spoken by Mother Devahuti, glorifying Lord Kapila. So here, in fact, the word avitatha bisandihi means one whose determination is never futile. It's very important for us to understand. And also, say, being determined is one of the 64 qualities of the Lord, as it is described by Srila Rupa Goswami, the nectar of devotion. So, being part and parcel of Krishna, the living entities also exhibit this quality of determination. Now, what is the meaning of determination? Determination does not mean simply to sit in one place with closed eyes. For many people, that is also determination. But in the context of this devotional service, Prabhupada explains the word determination as any person who observes regulatory principles and fulfills his promises by practical activity is called determined. See, in case of Krishna, we know that Krishna fulfills his vows by doing some practical activity. To save Draupadi, he personally went. To save Gajendra, he went himself. So he engaged in some practical activity to keep his vows to protect the devotees. So the meaning of determination. And Krishna's determination is absolute. See, in this purport of 333, Prabhupada says, your determination is absolute. So there is no question of your fulfilling your, sorry, Mother Devati is telling to Lord Kapila, right? Your determination is absolute. And there is no question of your fulfilling your will with the help of anyone else besides yourself. You are in the end the supreme soul and the supreme controller. You therefore cannot be checked by anyone else. Whereas, see, in the material world, no, we always need some support to fulfill our determination. We take some vows, and to fulfill it, we need some paraphernalia or support. But none can check Krishna's plans. See, we say that Lord Ram conquered Lanka with the help of monkeys, right? But that is not the fact. Lord Ram simply wanted to engage those monkeys in service. Otherwise, the Lord does not need any support, right? He could have done it himself. So the third point is importance of the quality of determination. See, in his conclusion to the book, in teaching of Lord Kapila, Srila Prabhupada he emphatically writes, there are many contaminations with the heart, okay? And the people in this age are engaged in many sinful activities. Illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling. See, the whole world is revolving around these things. Yet, despite this, we have to spread this Krishna conscious movement. Prabhupada says there are many obstacles, but they can all be transcended by Krishna's mercy. We only have to be determined in our devotion. The rest will follow. So this is the essence of Lord Kapila's instructions to his mother. So with this, we can understand how much important is the quality of determination. See, we have heard the word Diksha, which means initiation, right? So the word Dikshit means a person who is determined. An initiated devotee means a determined devotee. See, we are determined to observe certain rules and regulations and to follow certain principles, correct? No? So in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains who are all the persons who are very dear to him. And in those verses, he explains the various qualities of person should have or possess so that he can become dear to Krishna. And one of the important qualities is that is Drina Nishchaya, meaning one who is engaged in devotional service with determination. See, determination, I think the 33rd, 34th, 33 verses, determination, different modes are described. And current, this verse is in passion. See, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks about determination, different modes of material nature, right? To sum up, he says the determination, the mode of goodness means mind is fixed on Krishna. Determination in the mode of passion means mind is fixed on sense gratification. And determination in the mode of ignorance means simply animalistic nature like oversleeping. See, different people or different personalities, they exhibit different types of determination because the material world is filled with three modes of material nature. And these three modes, always keep fighting for supremacy. Sometimes goodness overcomes passion and ignorance. And sometimes passion overcomes goodness and ignorance. So our determination also keeps flickering and changing, flickering, and also it will be changing every now and then, right? No, because the nature of the material world is temporary. So from the scriptures, we see that Bali Maharaj was determined to give up everything for the service of Krishna. Ritu Maharaj was determined to perform hundreds of horse sacrifices. Durvasa Muni was determined to perform severe austerities. Parikshit Maharaj was determined to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Kamsa was determined to kill Krishna. We should be determined to execute the principles of devotional service. Our determination should not shake at any point of time. See, we may take so many vows, right? But unless we add austerity in keeping those vows, Krishna will not be pleased. So we should try to do the things at the right time, right place, and right circumstances. See, we should not be puffed up that I am chanting 16 notes. See, we should slowly improve ourselves by taking a vow to chant our rounds early in the morning than chanting at any time. So like this, we add austerities to our vows, and this pleases Krishna. Now, another important point to understand is why we are not determined. There are several reasons for not being determined. Number one, our attachment to sense gratification. That's why Bhagavad Gita 2.44, Krishna explains, Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya partha chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhona vidhiyate. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to Supreme Lord does not take place. So, what are attachment? Because of attachment to sense gratification. The second point is why we are not determined is second is our goal is not to be free from birth and death. See, Krishna explains, he mentions in Bhagavad Gita, the persons who take shelter of Krishna, right? He mentions about this. He said in Bhagavad Gita 7.29, intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age, death, they take refuge in me in devotional service. So unless we have the goal to be free from birth, death, old age, and disease, we won't be fixed in our house. Prabhupada says it is like sitting in a first class compartment in a train, okay? But the thing is, the train is not moving. So we may be in the train for years and years. We may have very comfortable situation here, or even in heavenly planets. But for millions of years, we will continue to remain in the material world because we are not moving towards the goal. See, we do not care in the midst of all the enjoyment whether my train is moving or not. We are simply busy in enjoying the comforts. That is a point to be understood, right? So our goal is not to be free from birth and death. That's another why we are not being determined. And third is we do not see our death, our last day. We do not appreciate that in the mouth of death, right? That we are also everybody. My Guru Maharaj tells, we always forget that we have to leave the material world. Imagine a person who is condemned to death. See, there is a tradition that a person who is going to be hanged is offered a very nice feast. But at that point, would he like to enjoy? Because the feast will remind him that he is going to be hanged. So we do not see that we are also going to be there sooner or later. So we do not realize the point that death is very near. The fourth point, we are not free from sinful activities. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita 7.28, persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of illusion. And they engage themselves in my service with determination. See, although we have taken the path of devotional service, we are not still given a full stop to our sinful activities. See, anger and criticism are the worst sins to be avoided. Anger and criticism. Unless we stop the sinful activities, whatever vows we take, we cannot be determined in keeping them. And the fifth, we have expectations. We want quick results, right? We do not want to tolerate adverse circumstances. We take up devotional service, and in exchange of devotional service, we expect that things should always remain comfortable. The result is that expectation kills the devotional service. Expectation kills the devotional service. So now how to become determined in devotional service? So in order for us to be determined in devotional service, 5 things are required. 1, we have to first realize that we are very much insignificant as compared to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. First point. Second, we have to realize that Krishna is very merciful and he has so mercifully given us the opportunity to perform devotional service. Third, we must pray to the Lord to remain fixed. And fourth, we should take up the vows to please Krishna. And the fifth, we have to associate with devotees. So these are 5 points how to be determined, to become determined in devotional service. We have to first realize that we are very much insignificant as compared to Krishna. We have to realize that Krishna is very merciful and has so mercifully given the opportunity to perform devotional service. Third, we must pray to the Lord to remain fixed. Fourth, we should take up the vows to please Krishna. And the fifth one, we have to associate with devotees. So, but the most important point is, with regard to determination, our determination must follow the authority. It's not just like that, whimsical. No, it is to follow the authority. So, although we discussed about keeping our vows, right? we should be determined to follow Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. It is not important to just keep our vows. Important point is to follow Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. See, we have the example of Prithu Maharaj, who took a vow to complete 100 horse sacrifices. Okay. See, he is empowered incarnation of the Lord. And he had the ability to keep a vows also. But to show an example, when persuaded by Lord Brahma, he broke his vow to complete the 100 sacrifices, and thus he followed the authority. Because Brahma came and told, don't. So he completed 99. Someone wanted to do the 100. That vow was there. But Brahmaji came and told, no need. You already completed. So he followed it. Right? He followed the authority. Another example is that of King Priyavarta. He wanted to remain a brahmachari. From Brahmaji, when came to persuade him to take up householder life, he followed the authority and gave up his vow. So Srila Prabhupada points out that our mood should be to follow the authority and not keep our vows. So we are secure as long as we follow authority. And even if we are not able to keep up the vows at times, right? It's very important. The instructions have to be followed as it is. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for giving this opportunity to glorify the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam.